KIYX FM test audio.
People's State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
catches your eyes.
This is a Queen Bee Radio High School Sports presentation. Queen Bee Radio proudly brings you People's State Bank and Grant Regional Health Center coverage of high school sports. Presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. And sponsored by House Electric, Brian's Auto Body and Paint, Bytech Incorporated, Carver's Hardwood Flooring, Claire Bank, Donnie's Tire and Auto, Fuller's Milker Center, Gary's Pest Control, Community First Bank, Guy's Truck and Tractor Service, Hernson's Ace Hardware, Krantz Auto Parts, the Peterson Agency, the Raleigh Cheese House, Mound City Bank, the Russell Law Office, the Shoebox, Sloan Implement, Timmerman's Talents, Tricor Insurance, and Wolf Construction.
Good evening and welcome to James Nettlekoff Gymnasium at Southwestern High School. Non-conference boys basketball tonight on Dubuque Super Hits 106, superhits106.com, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Southwestern, the number 8 ranked team in Division 5, a 9-2 record, 3-2 in the Southwest Wisconsin Activities League, hosting the Lancaster Flying Arrows, 6-2 and 1-1 in the SWC. This is Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school boys basketball, presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. From the Wolf Construction broadcast booth, I'm Tyler Dictanis, and this is the Raleigh Cheese pregame show, presented by Raleigh Cheese at the intersection of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County. Don't forget the cheese. Both these teams had high expectations coming into the 2024-2025 campaign, as both teams were on the doorstep of reaching the sectional round during last season. The Lancaster Flying Arrows, again, 6-2 on the season, 1-1 in the SWC, fell to Mineral Point, who, oh, by the way, won state in Division 4 last year. But again, they return all of their core players and most of the starters from last season, including Zach Hermson, who's averaging 16.2 points per game and almost 10 rebounds per contest. You also have Taylor Williams, averaging 11.8 points per game, 5.9 rebounds, and Dane Kaufman, 16.4 points and almost 4 rebounds per contest. A very balanced attack offensively for the Lancaster Flying Arrows, coming off a big win against Dodgeville last week, 59-55. Lancaster started the season 4-0 on the campaign and have alternated wins and losses over their last 4 games. The losses were to River Valley and Potosi, and their wins were against Boscobel and Dodgeville. Those wins, ironically, on the road, the losses at home. So Lancaster has yet to lose a road game on the season, but the Southwestern Wildcats, a very strong start to their season. Again, they fell to Abundant Life Christian Academy in last year's regional final, a classic game that resulted in a buzzer-beating shot for Abundant Life, defeating Southwestern. But the Wildcats on the season, 9-2, on the campaign, 3-2 in the Southwest Wisconsin Activities League. The 2 losses on the season were to number 1 ranked Mineral Point and the loss on Friday night to Darlington, 75-66. Southwestern trying to get on the right track before they take on Cuba City on Thursday night. Another game that we'll have right here on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. And for Southwestern, they basically returned their entire lineup from that team that was just so close to reaching the sectional round last year. All of their starters from last year's team on this team this year as well, and should be a very fun and intriguing matchup between these two programs here tonight. We got a number of games tonight on our Queen Bee Radio family of stations, including in other boys basketball action on 97.7 Country WGLR Schallsburg at River Ridge and Six Rivers West. Boys basketball, RJ Osterhaus and Tom Nices have the call of that contest. And in girls basketball over on X1071, very, very fun matchup there. Schallsburg at Argyle Pecatonica. Both of those teams ranked in their respective divisions. Steve Pressegard with the call of that one again over on X107.1. Coming up in our Raleigh Cheese pregame show, we'll talk with both head coaches. Had a chance to catch up with Brian Knapp of Lancaster and Clint Nemitz of Southwestern. They gave us the Russell office's injury report. If you've been injured, contact Russell offices. Their experienced team of personal injury lawyers will fight for your rights and help you get the compensation you deserve. Visit RussellLawWI.com. Also get you the Fuller Smoker Center starting lineups, the Cuba City Family Dental colors of the game, and the opening tip between Southwestern and Lancaster non-conference boys basketball. Our Raleigh Cheese pregame show continues after this on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pregame 1.
Here at Super Hits 106, we love giving you a great mix of music, entertainment, and of course, prizes. If you participate in any of our giveaways and contests...
All right, listen up. Before we go any further, I'm going to lay down a few rules. Number 1.
Contests are generally open to U.S. residents 18 years or older and reside within our terrestrial listening area. Other age restrictions may apply.
Number 2.
You can only win once per 30 days or once per promotion or contest.
Number 3.
Employees, agents, and affiliates of the station, Queen Bee Radio Incorporated, Morgan Murphy Media, contest sponsors, other radio, television, and print advertising companies are ineligible to win. Other restrictions apply. No purchase necessary.
Number 4.
All entries, completed or blank, any and all material pertaining to a contest are the property of Queen Bee Radio. Prize winners have 30 days to pick up their prize at the Queen Bee Radio offices. 51 Means Drive in Platteville, Wisconsin, 53818. Bring your ID. A signature may be required. Unclaimed prizes will be disposed of at the discretion of Queen Bee Radio. All decisions are final. Winners are responsible for all taxes, fees, usage charges, tariffs, and other fees associated with their prize. Queen Bee Radio makes no guarantee of any awarded prize and is released from all liability. A full list of our general contest rules can be found online at superhits106.com or at the Queen Bee Radio offices. Keep listening for your next chance to win.
I said, am I the winner? My God, I can't believe it.
I love you guys.
Hey everyone, it's Judy from Big Apple Bagels, right here in Dubuque, letting you know that something big is always baking. Delicious gourmet muffins, cinnamon rolls, plus a wide variety of freshly made bagels. Stop in and enjoy one of our breakfast or deli sandwiches. We also have specialty coffees all day. And if you are planning a party, call ahead and order our bagel platter or our deli sandwich platter. Big Apple Bagels, where customer service is always number one. 1675 JFK in Dubuque.
Affordable health care right here in Dubuque at Crescent Community Health Center. Crescent offers affordable, high-quality health care to everyone with insurance assistance available. Whether you need medical, dental, brain health, or general wellness, Crescent provides the expertise you expect and deserve. Learn more of the variety of services available by visiting crescentchc.org. Crescent Community Health Center on the corner of 17th and Elm Street in Dubuque.
Pregame 1.
Back on the Raleigh Cheese pregame show on Dubuque Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Non-conference boys basketball tonight with the Lancaster Flying Arrows taking on the Southwestern Wildcats. And we're joined by Flying Arrows head coach Brian Knapp. Coach, thanks for joining us. And looking at the team's body of work to this point, 6-2 on the season, 1-1 in conference play. Alternated wins and losses over the last 4 games, but came out on the winning side against Dodgeville. 59-55 last Thursday. Talk a little bit about the team's play as of late and that win against Dodgeville. That was a nice win for you guys.
Yeah, anytime you can get a conference road win on the road, that's always a good thing. So we didn't play our best at Dodgeville, and we made some key plays down the stretch to help us get that victory. And like I said, it's sometimes at the conference, you try to you get a win on the road. That's obviously a positive. So
yeah, one of the things that I noticed too is the two losses have been very close losses. The losses to Potosi and to River Valley, just one or two possessions that could have made the difference. But getting that 4-point win against Dodgeville, what does that do for the confidence of this team being able to get a win in those close games?
Well, we're pretty confident when it comes to offensively the side of the ball. Is like we need to keep improving upon like playing together and then really buckling in on and playing some solid team defense. If we do that, the defensive end, we do that, we can score enough points. It's just if we don't buckle in and play some really good team defense, we can give up some easy buckets. So looking at keep improving upon our defensive end, and usually defense leads the offense. So when that happens, we're a pretty solid team.
All right, Brian Knapp with us on our Raleigh Cheese pregame show, getting ready for Lancaster and Southwestern. Russell Office's injury report this time of the year. If it's not injuries, it's usually illnesses or some neuroviruses and stuff like that are going around. But for tonight's game, what does the health of the team look like coming into this matchup?
No injuries to deal with. We do have the little bug going through our team a little bit again. Anthony Bush is out sick, so we'll be missing him tonight, and we're hoping he gets better so we can have him Friday at our conference game.
All right, and then looking at the matchup tonight with Southwestern, kind of eerily similar to where your teams are at. Both teams were on the doorstep of reaching sectionals, reaching the regional final round. Both teams return pretty much their lineups from last year's team. What do you look to take away from this matchup, and what's going to be the key tonight for Lancaster?
One of the keys will be like rebounding the basketball and then getting some easy transition buckets out of it. They do that 1-2-2 press, and it does cause you a little problem. So if we handle the pressure against that press, then and then when they are pressing, convert into buckets, we'll get them out of the press and hopefully have some good things happen.
All right, we're looking forward to it. Thanks so much for your time, Coach. Have some fun. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, that's Brian Knapp, head coach of the Lancaster Flying Arrows, and we'll have more on the Raleigh Cheese pregame show after this on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pregame 2.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
Hi, this is Christine Raleigh of Raleigh Cheese, wishing all area athletes successful seasons. Cheese is a great source of protein for school lunches or a snack before the big game. Stop in and try some of our award-winning artisan cheeses like Dunbarton Blue, Red Rock, and Little Mountain. We have fresh cheese curds weekly and a wide variety of snacks and beverages, plus made-to-order cheese trays. Shop locally and taste the difference of handmade Wisconsin cheese at Raleigh Cheese House on the corner of Highways 11 and 23, Shellsburg.
At Dubuque Mattress, we understand the quality of sleep is important. That's why when you shop at Dubuque Mattress, you'll notice that we are invested in finding the right mattress for you. Our trained and experienced sales staff won't sell you something you don't need or want. We care about you, the customer, and want you to get the best night's sleep possible. That's our goal. Stop in today along Highway 20, directly across from Tyson's. Dubuque Mattress, for the rest of your life.
Dubuque Mattress Factory, you get a little snooze time.
The mission of Apple River State Bank is to develop long-term relationships with farm customers. The bank is committed to do whatever is necessary to help your ag business be successful. Apple River State Bank will design financing solutions that are right for you. Stop by or visit AppleRiverStateBank.com for details, or call Tim White or Jeff Millen in the Hazel Green office and see how they can add value to your ag business. Apple River State Bank, member FDIC.
Pregame 2.
Back on the Raleigh Cheese pregame show on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Lancaster and Southwestern in non-conference boys basketball tonight. We're joined by Clint Nemetz, head coach of the Southwestern Wildcats. Coach, thanks for joining us. And looking at the team's body of work to this point, 9-2 overall in the season, 3-2 in the SWAL. One of those two losses coming against Darlington on Friday night. Talk a little bit about the team's play as of late and what your team took away from that loss to Darlington in preparation for tonight.
Yeah, we showed a lot of fight against Darlington on Friday nights, and we were really tested. They're a good basketball team. They've won some really good games here recently, including against us, and we kind of, it's been a tough place for us to score, and we had the same issue. What did we score? 66 points, so it was a decent number, but when we needed buckets, it was tough to come by in the first half. So we learned that we have to find ways to get buckets outside of our transition game, which we were getting all of December. We were just getting transition points and putting up, good overall numbers. But we got to find ways to put the ball in the hole when it matters most, and that's in the kind of the half-court game against really good teams.
Yeah, but a lot of the people that follow basketball in this area have kind of had the eye on Southwestern, for the season, just because everyone's back from last year's team that was just short of reaching the sectional round. And, I heard you talking in a pregame interview with Matthew Ginnan with the game against Mineral Point that, this year's a different year. It's not the same stuff from last year. But with that said, as far as what your expectations are for this team, is this team kind of where you expected them to be at this point in the season? Or are there areas that you're looking to emphasize and work on as the rest of the season goes along?
These kids have it. They have what it takes. It's just the consistency, which is any team, any high school team, high school boys, it has that same kind of factor. You never know when they're going to miss every shot they take and that kind of thing. So it's just the consistency, finding consistency on the defensive end. Because defense travels, it keeps you in ball games when the ball's not going through the hoop. So these kids, we do have a lot of expectations here. It's kind of the way we want things. We want to be relevant every single year, and these guys have. We've told them, you're not going to get a night off. Everybody's going to come in and try to play their best game against you. Because that's just the nature of the beast when it comes to sports. Nobody likes hearing about a team all the time. It's rising to that occasion every single night and finding ways to win. And I think the guys are starting to understand that more. I'm so glad that Christmas is over because it's a tough spot, and now our schedule turns over, and we got a lot of tough teams on the schedule, so it's going to be a fun month of January.
Clinton Nemitz with us on our Raleigh Chiefs pregame show, getting ready for Southwestern and Lancaster. Russell Office's injury report. If it's not injuries, there's these, different neuroviruses and different crud bugs that are going around. What's the health of the team coming into tonight's matchup?
We're pretty healthy. Yeah. I haven't really heard a whole lot from the kids. No aches, but that's something I really love about Southwestern kids. They got a workman's mentality, and they don't really complain about much. If they're sick, you know it. I mean, they're really sick. So, nope, we're healthy, and hopefully we stay that way.
All right, a really intriguing matchup tonight with Lancaster because it's kind of parallel how you two teams are. Again, one game away from reaching the sectional round. They bring back a lot of core players from last year's team. What do you hope to take away from tonight's matchup against the Arrows, and what's going to be the key tonight for Southwestern?
Yeah, just playing a really, really good team. I mean, they're exceptional. They beat us last year at their place. They're very athletic. You can tell that they put a lot of time into the game because they can shoot it well. They got some really tough matchups. I'm happy to see the Razorback kid gone, because he gave us some real fits last year. But they haven't seemed to miss a beat. They've won some good games. They beat Darlington first game of the year. They can get hot, so we got to make sure that we know where their shooters are, and there's a lot of them. We got to know where they're at and understand that they will pull it from anywhere. So kind of get them off that three-point line and just continue to get better at the things we have been working on recently.
All right, we're looking forward to it. Thanks a lot, Coach, for joining us. Have some fun. Good luck tonight.
Hey, thank you.
Absolutely. That's Clinton Nemitz, head coach of the Southwestern Wildcats. We'll have more on the Raleigh Chiefs pregame show after this on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pregame 3.
Hello, Dr. Matt here from Cuba City Family Dental. Something we take pride in is having 3 state-of-the-art facilities in Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington. Our investment in the latest technology and innovative services allows us to provide top-notch dental care to our area families. Take control of your oral health and make an appointment with our team, and let's make your smile the best it can be. Contact Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental now, and let's start this journey together. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors of Belmont and Prairie du Chien is who to call for top quality CHI overhead doors. Enhance the curb appeal and security of your home by choosing the fine line of CHI overhead doors from Carey's. And when it comes to seamless gutters that keep your home protected from water damage, Carey's has you covered too. Visit Carey'sGuttersandDoors.com today to learn more. They'll service all the rest, and they deal in the best. Get your new CHI overhead doors at Carey's Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, Belmont and Prairie du Chien.
Pregame 3.
Raleigh Chiefs pregame show continues from James Nettlekoff Gymnasium at Southwestern High School, getting ready for Southwestern and Lancaster in non-conference boys basketball on Dubuque Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school boys basketball presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. As you heard during the coaches' interviews in our previous segments, only one player listed as out tonight on the Russell office's injury report. Anthony Bush of Lancaster is out due to illness. And again, if you've been injured, contact Russell offices. Their experienced team of personal injury lawyers will fight for your rights and help you get the compensation you deserve. Visit RussellLawWI.com. Let's get you the Fuller's Milker Center starting lineup. See Fuller's complete hygiene line and options for your brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's of Lancaster, Richland Center, and at Fuller'sMilkerCenter.com. Starting off with the visiting Lancaster Flying Arrows, 6-2 overall on the campaign, 1-1 in SWC conference play, coming off a win against Dodgeville late last week, 59-55. Their Fuller's Milker Center starting lineups go like this. A 6'4 junior wearing number 1, Zach Hermson. Hermson averaging 16.2 points and 9 rebounds per game. A 5'11 junior wearing number 3, Dane Kaufman. Kaufman averaging 16.5 points and 4 rebounds per contest. A 5'10 senior wearing number 4, Tyler Timmerman. Timmerman averaging 6 points and 2.5 rebounds per game. Also in the starting lineup, a 6' senior wearing number 5, Michael Murphy. Murphy averaging 8 points and 3 rebounds per game. And rounding out the starting lineup, a 6'1 junior wearing number 11, Taylor Williams. Williams averaging just shy of 12 points per game and 6 rebounds per contest. Lancaster is coached by Brian Knapp, and he is assisted by Dave Bowen, Tom Driscoll, Nick Hicks, and Chad Jarrett. Now the Fuller's Milker Center starting lineups for the Southwestern Wildcats, 9-2 on the campaign, 3-2 in Southwest Wisconsin Activities League play. Coming off a loss to Darlington last Friday night, their Fuller's Milker Center starting lineups go like this. A 6' junior wearing number 1, Aiden Kelleher. Kelleher averaging 14.2 points and 5.4 rebounds per game. A 5'11 senior wearing number 3, Austin Furlong. Furlong averaging 6.5 points and 2 rebounds per game. Also in the starting lineup, a 6' senior wearing number 5, Jack Rundy. Rundy averaging 8.5 points and over 5 rebounds per game. A 6' senior wearing number 10, Everett Dressler. Dressler averaging 10 points and 5.5 rebounds per game. And rounding out the starting lineup, a 6'4 senior wearing number 55, Bryce Pierce. Pierce averaging 7.5 points and 5 rebounds per game. Southwestern is coached by Clint Nemitz, and he's assisted by Ryan Budden, Dave Wills, Tom Pickle, and Blake Martin. And we will pause for tonight's national anthem from James Nettlekoff Gymnasium at Southwestern High School.
We ask all who are able to please stand, face the flag, remove your caps, and place your right hand over your heart for the presentation of our national anthem. Performed tonight by the Southwestern High School Choir, directed by Mr. Edward Valancourt.
So
And, of course, the USA chant breaking out by the Southwestern student section after tonight's national anthem performed by the Southwestern Choir. Very well done tonight by those students. Let's get you our Cuba City Family Dental colors of the game, again presented by Cuba City Family Dental, Kieler Family Dental, and Darlington Family Dental, 3 convenient locations to serve your dental needs. Lancaster in their traveling blue jerseys with Lancaster written across the chest in gold with gold numbers and gold trim. And Southwestern in their home white jerseys, Wildcats written across the chest in dark blue with dark blue numbers and dark blue trim. Those are tonight's colors of the game presented by Cuba City Family Dental, Kieler Family Dental, and Darlington Family Dental, 3 convenient locations to serve your dental needs. On our Shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. 2 other games on our Queen Bee Radio family tonight. Boys basketball, Shullsburg is at River Ridge. Catch that over at 97.7 Country WGLR and on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Girls basketball over on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Shullsburg is at Argyle Pecatonica, the matchup of ranked teams on the girls hoops side. Again, that one over on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Tonight's game brought to you by Rural Mutual Agents John Reagan and Denny Dahl with Reagan Dahl Insurance Group, tackling all of your farm, personal, business, and life insurance needs. Call them today at their office in Lancaster. And my Saunders Oil Company of Warren, family owned for 3 generations, offering delivery of premium diesel fuel and gasoline products to tri-state homes, farms, and businesses at Saunders Oil Company of Warren. And by Clare Bank with their 8 convenient locations in Southwest Wisconsin, proud to support our community events. Clare Bank, where they say we can do that. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Our audio stream tonight powered by Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque. Anderson Weber Toyota, when you are ready. At center court for Southwestern, it'll be number 5, Jack Rundy. And for Lancaster, I believe that is number 1, Zach Hermson. To get the party started here at James Nettlekoff Gymnasium at Southwestern High School. Non-conference boys basketball on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Lancaster wins the tip. Michael Murphy drives in the paint, kicks out to left corner for Dane Kaufman, and his 3-pointer rattles out. Scramble for the rebound. Bryce Pierce pulls it down for Southwestern. 15 seconds gone by as Southwestern quickly back the other way and driving in the lane, putting it off the glass and in is Aiden Kelleher. Aiden Kelleher with a 2-point deposit on that bank shot. Southwestern applies that 1-2-2 press. Lancaster able to get across center court as the player falls down for Southwestern, but the arrows reset at the top of the arc. Jumper at the right, elbow knocked down by Zach Hermson. What a shot. Tied at 2, 40 seconds in. Jam-packed James Nettlekoff Gymnasium and Southwestern High School. Very fun matchup tonight. Again, 2 promising programs in this 2024-2025 campaign. As a skip pass down low for Bryce Pierce, loses the ball, scramble in the paint, and Southwestern able to control it at the top of the arc. It's Aiden Kelleher, kicks out to the right side, 3-pointer right wing. Ball spit back out for Austin Furlong, rebound pulled down by the Arrows. 16:50 to play in the first supply first half as a 3-pointer in the left corner is good. Tyler Timmerman with the 3-pointer. That is 3-pointer number 4 for him on the season. A 3-point lead for the Arrows. 5-2, 16:38 to play in the first supply, first half. Southwestern with the basketball in the right corner. That's Aiden Kelleher. Passes out to the top of the arc to Jack Rundy. Ball works its way to the left corner. Thinking about going baseline was Austin Furlong, but gives back to the left wing. Now back to Rundy on the right side. Lobs it into Pierce. Pierce with it down low, runs into a double team, puts up a shot, has the ball swatted by Hermson, and ball pulled away by Dane Kaufman, gives to Hermson, and Hermson sprints across center court. Kicks out to the left corner to Murphy, gets out to the left elbow, and now a 3-pointer in the left corner for Taylor Williams, overshoots the rim. Pierce pulls down the rebound for the Wildcats. 5-2, just 2 minutes into the contest. Here at Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Lob pass is deflected and knocked out of bounds. Last to touch it was Lancaster, and it will be an inbound pass baseline left side for the Southwestern Wildcats. Community First Bank, for you in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank, cfbank.com. Member FDIC. A catch and shoot 3 on the left wing, no good for Everett Dressler. A putback shot, no good, and Lancaster comes away with the rebound, but a reach-in foul as Lancaster was trying to get across center court. I believe they're going to whistle up number 10, Everett Dressler, with his first personal. Personal foul number 1, team foul number 1 for Southwestern. Lancaster in possession of the basketball, leading 5-2 with 15:35 to play in the first supply, first half. Taylor Williams at the left elbow, runs into a double team, puts up a shot, but a foul. And 2 free throws coming up for Taylor Williams, averaging 63% from the charity stripe. As they say, it was a push on number 3, Austin Furlong. Williams loads up for the first free throw, swishes it. Taylor Williams, the third different flying arrow to score in the game, as he gets his second free throw here with a 6-2 lead for the Arrows, trying to make it 7-2, and he gets a lucky bounce. Lancaster 7, Southwestern 2, 15:28 to play in the first supply, first half. As Southwestern's Aiden Kelleher gets it across the timeline, gives to Pierce at the top of the arc, now hands off to Furlong. Furlong dribbles to the left side of the paint, out to the left corner, going baseline. Shot put up, the floater's no good for Aiden Kelleher, and Lancaster gets the rebound. Arrows holding Southwestern to a number of one-shot possessions so far early on. As a shot put up in the paint, it's a awkward-looking shot for Zach Hermson. Ball rolls out the side of the rim. Southwestern with the rebound. They're back on the other side of the floor quickly. On the right side of the paint, Jack Rundy backing down on his defender, kicks out to the right corner, and a whistle. And a foul away from the ball. As I believe they're going to say it's a push on Michael Murphy. That's his first personal, first team foul of the half for Lancaster. 7-2 the score. Lancaster on top of Southwestern with 14:51 to play in the first supply, first half. Our game tonight brought to you by Sheetles Heating and Cooling, your local Daikin dealer. Call Bradley Shiner for heating, ventilating, and air conditioning service from Sheetles Heating and Cooling in Bloomington. Inbound pass for Jack Rundy, gets it to the right corner, but it's stolen away by the Arrows. And a layup back the other way for Zach Hermson. He's now got 4 points on the game, and Lancaster with a 9-2 lead early on with 14:40 to play in the first supply, first half. Ball lobbed into Pierce, left side of the paint, backing down on Hermson, trying to get the turnaround floater to go off the left side of the rim, no good. Gets his own rebound on the right side, turns around, tries to bank it in. That one too strong. Another scramble for the rebound. Michael Murphy gets it for the Arrows. Sprinting down the court on the far side, stops the dribble right side of the paint. Now on the high right side, and they whistle up Hermson for a travel. Both teams now with one turnover in the contest. 9-2, Lancaster on top with 14:16 to play in the first supply, first half, is Carson Splinter, the 5'11 sophomore, checking in for Southwestern. Aiden Kelleher gets the inbound pass in the backcourt, gets to Pierce at the top of the arc for Southwestern. Kelleher driving towards the paint. Puts up a shot under the basket, side of the rim, no good. Gets the putback to go. Aiden Kelleher now with 4 points on the game. I beg your pardon, that was Jack Rundy with the putback shot. 9-4, Lancaster on top, and Southwestern gets the rebound off the Lancaster shot. Justin Furlong bringing it across the timeline, gives to Rundy, cutting towards the basket, left-handed layup, no good. Lancaster with the rebound, sprinting down the floor quickly. Taylor Williams in the corner. Tries to put up a shot left side of the paint. Contact, no foul called, and now a whistle on the rebound. As Taylor Williams was a little slow getting up, but looks like he's going to be okay. Stays in the game. Clock is stopped with 13:28 to play in the first supply, first half. Lancaster 9, Southwestern 4. Bryce Pierce checks out. Checking in is number 22, Caden DeMuth, a 6'2 junior. And Taylor Williams also checking out for Lancaster. Now in the game is number 2, Brady Schmitz. Michael Murphy finds Schmitz in the right corner off the inbound pass. Now Murphy gives back to Schmitz. Now Murphy at the free throw line. High right side to Brady Mack, who just checked in, 6'2 junior. Brady Schmitz runs into a double team, skips it down low to Mack. Mack has the ball stolen away. And coming away with the theft was number 2, Carson Splinter. Lancaster was their second turnover of the game. Lancaster trying to get it right back. Scramble for the basketball, but it's recovered, and a floater put up on the left side of the lane, no good, but they say it's a shooting foul that will send Aiden Kelleher to the free throw line. As we'll see who the guilty arrow is, they're going to whistle up number 23, Brady Mack, for his first personal. Aiden Kelleher at the free throw line, 38% on the season. And his first free throw bounces out the back iron, no good. Game tonight brought to you by Rural Mutual Agents John Regetz and Dean Dahl with the Regetz and Dahl Insurance Group, tackling all of your farm, personal, business, and life insurance needs. Call them today at their office in Lancaster. Kelleher's second free throw out the back iron, no good. And an offensive rebound for Remy Lawrence as he finds a teammate on the high right side. Shot missed, but the putback is good for Aiden Kelleher. Aiden Kelleher now with 4 points on the game, 9-6. Lancaster on top of Southwestern as Brady Mack has the ball, and he steps out of bounds along the baseline, and Lancaster turns the ball over again on back-to-back possessions. And Southwestern can tie the game with a 3 on this possession. 12:30 to play in the First Supply first half. Lancaster 9, Southwestern 6. Jack Grundy gets it across center court, angles towards the right side, out to the top to Everett Dressler. Dressler drives in, kicks out to the left corner as a floater put up and knocked down for Remy Lawrence. Remy Lawrence with 2 points off the bench, makes it a 1-point game, 9-8. Lancaster on top as the 1-2-2 press is applied by Southwestern. Ball knocked out of the hands of the Lancaster player on the near side, and it's going to stay with the Flying Arrows as the student section's right in front of me, so it's hard to tell who the Lancaster player was on the near sideline. But the inbound pass goes into Zach Hermson, holding the ball with the right hand, and now hands over to the right side to Dane Kaufman. Kaufman with the ball over his head. Lancaster with a 1-point lead. Kaufman catch and shoot 3, right wing, knocks it down. Dane Kaufman with three-pointer number 14 on the season. Lancaster stretches their lead to 4, 12-8 with 11:40 to play in the First Supply first half. And the ball stolen away by Lancaster. Dane Kaufman coming back the other way, puts up the layup and knocks it in. Dane Kaufman with 5 quick points makes it 14-8 with 11:25 to play in the First Supply first half. Carson Splinter angles towards the right side, finds Remy Lawrence on the right corner, and Lancaster comes away with the theft. And a layup is knocked in for Zach Hermson, able to put the shot in through the contact. He's got 6 points on the game, and just like that, Lancaster up by 8, 16-8. With 11 minutes to play in the First Supply first half, and a stoppage by the officials. As looks like a Lancaster player is bleeding. Trying to see which player it is. He's being tended to on the far sideline. I believe it's number 2, Brady Schmitz, and subbing in for him is number 12, Brody Krubel, a 5'11 junior. Under 11 minutes to play in the First Supply first half. Lancaster 16, Southwestern 8. Lob pass down low to Caden DeMuth, and he puts it on off the window. 4 different players have now scored for Southwestern as Michael Murphy has the basketball left side of the paint, now hands out to the top to Tyler Timmerman. A 3-pointer for Dane Kaufman on the right wing, off the back iron, no good. Scramble for the rebound, and saving it from going out of bounds was Carson Splinter. Southwestern trying to push it down the floor, but the ball's knocked out of bounds by Taylor Williams. On the near sideline, stops the clock with 10:24 in the First Supply first half. Lancaster 16, Southwestern 10. Inbounding for Southwestern on the near sideline is Everett Dressler. Gets it down low to DeMuth. DeMuth loses the ball, but gets it right back, and a held ball. And the alternate possession should give it to Southwestern. And it will be Wildcats basketball inbounding baseline right side. Saunders Oil Company of Warren, family owned for 3 generations, offering delivery of premium diesel fuel and gasoline products to tri-state homes, farms, and businesses. Saunders Oil Company of Warren. Inbound pass and a catch and shoot three on the right corner is good by Carson Splinter. Catching the ball off the inbound pass, he swishes it and cuts the deficit in half, 16-13. Lancaster on top. Michael Murphy kicks out to the left corner. Now out to the top to Taylor Williams. Williams weaving his way through traffic, banks it off the window and in. Taylor Williams with his first field goal of the game. He's got 4 points in total, 9:50 to play in the first supply first half. Lancaster 18, Southwestern 15 as a result of the jumper on the left elbow by number 1, Aiden Kelleher. Lancaster again trying to get past the 1-2-2 press as a cross-court pass out to the near side. Ball given back out to the top to Taylor Williams. Williams finds Michael Murphy on the high right side. Triple threat now, dribbles with the left hand into the paint, and a reach-in foul, I believe, called against Southwestern. It will be team foul number 4 on the Wildcats, and personal foul number 1 on Aiden Kelleher. 18-15, Lancaster leading Southwestern, 9:25 to play in the first supply first half. Lancaster set to inbound baseline left side. Throwing it in will be Tyler Timmerman. Timmerman inbounds it to Zach Hermson, now out to the left corner. Overhead pass back out to the top to Hermson. To Timmerman, now Williams driving baseline on the right side. Shot off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Everett Dressler. Dressler pushes it down the floor to Aiden Kelleher. Crossover dribble, tries to lob it in. Ball deflected by Zach Hermson. It's going to go out of bounds on the far sideline. Southwestern set to inbound from that spot. Inbound pass gets into Austin Furlong, and he's able to keep his feet in the front court. Ball between the rings. Switches to the left hand, gets a screen from a teammate, gives out to the top to Bryce Pierce. Handing off to the right wing to Carson Splinter. Splinter finds a teammate on the left wing. Now Pierce down low, able to get through a double team, but the ball is tipped away from behind. And a whistle, and I believe they're going to call a push on Bryce Pierce. That'll be his first personal and team foul number 5 of the half for Southwestern. Lancaster with only 2 fouls in the first supply first half and an 18-15 lead. As again, the 1-2-2 press being applied here. Dean Kaufman gets the ball across center court. Now drives to the right side. Out to the high right side. Taylor Williams kicks out. Zach Hermson, three-pointer left wing. Overshoots the rim. Bryce Pierce with the rebound for Southwestern. Wildcats put up a shot left side of the paint. Shot's no good for Carson Splinter. Rebound pulled down by Zach Hermson. Hermson pushing it down the floor for Lancaster. Finds Taylor Williams, and Williams runs into Bryce Pierce. Pierce rips the ball out of his hands, and they're going to say it's a held ball. And the alternate possession will keep it with Lancaster. Carson Splinter checks out of the game for Southwestern, and now back in the game is number 5, Jack Rundy. Tyler Timmerman set to inbound baseline left side, gets it in to Zach Hermson in the left wing. Hermson going baseline, runs into Pierce, kicks out to the corner. Taylor Williams, three-pointer, knocks it down. Taylor Williams, a three-pointer, number 6 on the season. Lancaster stretches the lead 21-15, under 8 minutes to play in the first supply first half. And the answer right back for Aiden Kelleher with the right-handed floater. Aiden Kelleher now with 8 points on the contest. 7:45 to play in the first supply first half. 21-17, Lancaster on top. Dean Kaufman on the high left side, gives out to the left corner. Tyler Timmerman weaving through traffic. Triple team, puts up a shot left side of the paint. And the rebound pulled down by number 3, Austin Furlong. Aiden Kelleher runs into a triple team on the left side of the paint, tries to put up a shot, and he is called for a travel. Southwestern with their 4th turnover unofficially. Stops the clock with 7:25 to play in the first supply first half. Lancaster 21, Southwestern 17. Bryan's Auto Body and Paint Specialist. The pros at Bryan's gets the job done right. For unexpected dings or major repair projects, head to Bryan's Auto Body and Paint in Lancaster. Lancaster trying to push it down the floor as the ball is kicked into the backcourt. And a scramble for the basketball as Lancaster turns the ball over for a 4th time. And a shot put up in the paint is good for Everett Dressler. Everett Dressler, the 6th different Wildcat to score in the game, and The ball is tipped out of bounds on the near sideline by Southwestern as Lancaster having fits trying to get past this 1-2-2 press. Clock is stopped with 7:03 to play in the First Supply first half. Lancaster 21, Southwestern 19. Game also brought to you by Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team. Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. Michael Murphy in the left corner for Lancaster, hands off to Hermson. Hermson double-teamed in the corner, loses the ball, and a whistle in the student section in front of me. Couldn't see what the call was. But it looks like the second personal foul on Bryce Pierce. That's team foul number 6 of the half for Southwestern. And with 6:51 to play in the First Supply first half, Lancaster set to inbound along the near sideline, trying to add on to their 21-19 lead. Arrows get the inbound pass in to Brady Schmidt and tries to push it over to the left side for Zach Hermson. Ball lost out of bounds and turnover number 5 unofficially for Lancaster in this first half. Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Hermson's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main and Platteville. See Hermson's for the perfect paint for your next project. Hermson's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. Walking it across center court is Carson Splinter for Southwestern, who's now back in the game. Hands over to Austin Furlong on the right wing, out to the left wing to Everett Dressler. Finds a teammate cutting towards the basket, now over to the right side. Floater put up, trying to banking it in, was number 3, Austin Furlong. Breaks it off the right side, and Lancaster gets the rebound. Brady Krubel back in the game for the Arrows, gives out to the top to Zach Hermson. Hermson angling towards the left side. Now driving into the paint, loses the ball, and Southwestern forces the turnover. Wildcats coming back the other way. Ball intended for Pierce is deflected out of bounds, and they say it's off the fingertips of Pierce. Southwestern now with turnover number 5 in the First Supply first half. Stops the clock with 6:06 to play, 21-19. Lancaster on top. We've been stuck on this 21-19 score for a bit. And a timeout on the floor taken by Lancaster. And we'll see if it's a full. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here. Again, 6:06 to play in the First Supply first half, 21-19. Lancaster leading Southwestern. Game tonight brought to you by Russell Offices, here to assist as your local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Proudly serving Southern Wisconsin, Russell Law Offices. And by Apple River State Bank and First Community Bank of Galena, where you'll find local bankers making local decisions and meeting local needs. It's a banking experience you won't get anywhere else. Apple River State Bank and First Community Bank of Galena, member FDIC. Lancaster Auto Body in Lancaster specializes in top quality collision repair, leaving your vehicle looking as good as new. Lancaster Auto Body, where they say we meet by accident. See them at LancasterAutoBodyLLC.com. Coming out of the Arrows timeout, inbounding it is Zach Hermson. And the Arrows able to get it across center court. Dane Kaufman trying to weave through traffic. Southwestern wanted a double dribble call, but a catch and shoot 3 on the right wing. Ball off the side of the rim, no good. Offensive rebound for Krubel. Finds Michael Murphy, who loads up for a shot. Misses it off the left side of the rim, and the rebound pulled down by Southwestern. Wildcats push it down the floor, and nice drive to the basket for Everett Dressler. Everett Dressler puts it off the glass and in for 2. Ties things up at 21. 5:35 to play in the First Supply first half as the ball is knocked out of bounds. I believe it was last touched by Southwestern as Lancaster set to inbound along the near sideline. And it's hard to see from this angle what's going on the lower third on that side of the floor as the student section on their feet for Southwestern. Taylor Williams pushes it into the paint. Now gets it right back in the left corner, loses the ball momentarily, but recovers it. Now another foul, I believe, called against Southwestern. As a hand check foul, I believe, will go against number 5, Jack Rundy. That'll be his first personal, team foul number 7, and a 1-and-1 coming up for number 11, Taylor Williams. Hit his first 2 free throws. Have him down for 7 points on the game, trying to add to the total here. Williams misses the free throw, but a whistle and a held ball called, and it will be Southwestern basketball on the alternate possession. 5:16 to play in the first supply first half. Lancaster 21, Southwestern 21. Good one so far from James Nettlekoff Gymnasium at Southwestern High School. Lancaster now deciding to press in the backcourt. Aiden Kelleher gets it across center court on the far side of the floor, right over the SW logo in the center circle. Hands over to the right wing to Carson Splinter, back out to the top to Rundy. Now a three-pointer in the left corner for Furlong is no good, and ball tapped out of bounds by Dane Kaufman. Kaufman wanting a push against Southwestern. He was the last to touch it, and now Southwestern will inbound baseline right side. Jack Rundy finds Aiden Kelleher on the right wing into the paint. And a nice floater right in front of the free throw line for Aiden Kelleher is knocked down, and a timeout on the floor as Southwestern has taken the lead. 23-21, 4:53 to play in the first supply first half. Another 30-second stop will stay here. I'll tell you that our game is brought to you by TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. Beautify your home with decorative colored mulch. Give Jim Jury and the gang a call. TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. First Supply of Platteville, your total commercial plumbing and heating wholesale outlet. When quality parts are needed, the experts rely on First Supply in Platteville. Guys Truck and Tractor for heavy-duty towing and recovery, reliable 24-hour roadside service, and long-distance transports. Call on Guys Truck and Tractor in Kieler and at guystruck.com. Carver's Hardwood Flooring, for hardwood flooring, stair installation, and refinishing needs. Call Ryan Carver, the LA National Wood Flooring Association certified installer, sander, and finisher in the tri-state area. Carver's Hardwood Flooring in Benton. Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school boys basketball is presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on Dubuque. Super Hits 106, KIYX, Sageville, Dubuque, and on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. 23-21, Southwestern leading Lancaster, coming out of the Southwestern timeout as the ball knocked out of bounds on the far side of the floor by Carson Splinter, as the defense being very aggressive in this first half for Southwestern. They've knocked a number of basketballs out of bounds, and now Taylor Williams will inbound on the far side of the floor. Gets it out to the top to Lucas Weber, the 6'1 freshman who just checked into the game. Weber finds Hermson cutting towards the basket, going baseline. He's fouled on the way up, and 2 free throws coming up for Hermson. Team foul number 8 for Southwestern. Personal foul number 2 on Everett Dressler. As Zach Hermson looking for his first free throws of the night, 68% from the line on the season. First free throw knocked down. Gives him 7 points and makes it a 1-point ball game. Bytech Resource Management of Greener Way. Bytech Resource Management of Monroe. Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors of Belmont. Prairie du Chien and at carysguttersanddoors.com. And Sloan Implement, your official John Deere dealer in Bloomington, Cuba City, Montfort, and at sloans.com. Second free throw, toilet bowls in for Hermson. Zach Hermson now with 7 points on the game, ties things up 23-23, under 4.5 minutes to play in the first supply, first half. Ball given in the left wing to Aiden Kelleher, dribbles to the baseline, now back out to the left wing. Lobs it in for Pierce. Pierce able to weave his way in and puts it off the window for 2. Bryce Pierce with his first points of the game. Southwestern back in front. 25-23, 4:05 to play in the first supply, first half. Michael Murphy loads up for 3 off the front of the rim, no good. Carson Splinter pulls down the rebound for the Wildcats. Sprints down the floor on the near sideline. Now left-handed dribble into the paint to the free throw line. Underhand toss to Furlong. Furlong dribbles to the right wing. Now works his way over to the left side to Jack Rundy. Rundy out to the corner to Splinter. Splinter in the paint, puts up a floater, ball rattles out. Pierce there with the rebound, tries to put it back off the side of the rim, no good. And a big hit to the floor for Dane Kaufman, as that was a big time thud, and they're going to say it's a hell ball. Lancaster gets the ball, and yeah, Dane Kaufman having a hard time getting back to the Lancaster bench. Boy, that was a very, you could feel that thud up here, all the way at the top from the Wolf Construction broadcast booth. Lancaster with the ball and a steal as the 1-2-2 press is successful that time, and a three-pointer in the left wing, no good for Carson Splinter. Rebound pulled down by the Arrows. Michael Murphy sprinting down the floor. Player from Southwestern hits the floor. Now Taylor Williams with it, tries to put up a shot left side of the paint, and bodies just hitting the deck everywhere in the last 30 seconds or so. Clock is stopped with 3:15 to play in the first supply, first half. Taylor Williams going to the free throw line as Dane Kaufman going to hobble out of the gym for Lancaster. Taylor Williams at the free throw line. Again, 5 points. Actually, I have him down for 7 points on the game. And the first free throw off the back iron, no good. Williams now 0 for 2 on the game. There's a few more substitutions being made by both teams. On the floor for Lancaster is Tyler Timmerman, Brady Mack, Taylor Williams, Michael Murphy, and Zach Hermson. As Williams loads up for his second free throw, he switches that one. Makes it a 1-point ball game. 25-24, Southwestern on top, 3:10 to play in the first supply, first half. Aiden Kelleher dribbles to the left side of the paint, being guarded by Hermson. Lobs it back out to the left wing to Carson Splinter. Splinter back to Kelleher on the left wing, out to the top, catch and shoot three for Dressler, swishes it! Everett Dressler with his first three-pointer of the game. He's got 7 points in total. Southwestern up by 2 possessions, 28-24, 2:45 to play in the first supply, first half, as Hermson somehow, some way, gets the basketball out of the silo and drops to find the bottom of the net. What an acrobatic shot by Hermson. Back to a 2-point ball game, 28-26, 2:30 to play. A three-pointer in the left wing. That one rattles in. Everett Dressler back-to-back threes, 31-26. Southwestern on top. Back and forth we go in Hazel Green. Michael Murphy between the rings. Hands over to the right side to Timmerman. Lobs it into Mack. He's double-teamed, trying to dribble back out. Now just skips it into Murphy, loses the handle of the basketball, and Southwestern with the theft. And a whistle in transition as a foul on the floor called against Lancaster. It's team foul number 3 on the Arrows. And I believe the second personal on Michael Murphy. Check-Rundy's inbound pass finds a teammate in the corner. And a whistle as another foul called against Lancaster. Michael Murphy checking out of the game. The foul was against Zach Hermson. That's his first personal. Again, team foul number 4. Michael Murphy checks out now in the game. Is number 23, Brady Mack. Or beg your pardon, Brady Schmitz is the one who just checked back in. Saves it from going out of bounds, but it goes right into the hands of Aiden Kelleher. And now another three-pointer in the left wing. That one no good for Carson Splinter. And another collision under the basket off the rebound. Jack Rooney tried to pull the ball down, but hits the floor hard. Stops the clock with 1:40 to play in this very frenzied first supply, first half. Southwestern leading 31-26. As Jack Rundy set to inbound baseline right side. Everett Dressler out of the game for Southwestern. Now in the game, number 22, Caden Demuth. As a shot put up off the inbound pass, no good. Brady Schmitz pulls down the rebound for Lancaster. Schmitz gets it right back after exchanging passes with Tyler Timmerman. Down the left corner, Hermson driving towards the basket on the baseline, off the side of the rim, no good. Scramble for the rebound. Hermson saves it momentarily, somehow stays alive and puts the shot in. My goodness. What a wild first supply, first half. 31-28, Southwestern leading. Now another floater in the lane. That one spit back out for Aiden Kelleher, trying to clean up his own mess. Puts it in, count the bucket, and the foul. Aiden Kelleher will go to the free throw line. He's 0 for 2 at the charity stripe so far, but his basket makes it 33-28 with 1:05 to play in the first supply, first half. The foul was called against number 23, Brady Mack. His second personal, again, team foul number 5 on the Flying Arrows. Southwestern with 9 team fouls in the half. One more foul, and Lancaster will have double free throws the rest of the first half. Kieler converts the old school three-point play, 34-28. Southwestern leading with a minute to play in the first supply, first half. Brady Schmitz in the right corner, tries to get back to Hermson. Ball knocked out of bounds. Who touched it last? It was knocked out by Carson Splinter. And Zach Hermson set to inbound on the far side of the floor. 55.4 in the first supply, first half. 34-28, Southwestern on top. As the inbound pass was deflected by Jack Rundy, but shot put up by Tyler Timmerman, airballs it short of the rim. Southwestern with the rebound. Aiden Kelleher getting instructions from Coach Nemitz on the sideline. 40 seconds to play. Southwestern with a 6-point lead. Kelleher dangerously close to the center court stripe in the front court. Gives over to Austin Furlong on the high right side, met by Zach Hermson. Trying to work off Hermson on the right side. Now back out to the top to Rundy. 20 seconds to play. Underhand toss to Kelleher. Trying to shake off Brady Schmitz. Right-handed dribble, 10 seconds now. Southwestern trying to hold for the final shot. Kelleher driving in, now back out. Puts up a three-pointer, knocks it down! Aiden Kelleher with a three to close out the first supply, first half. And Southwestern takes the halftime lead, 37-28 in an action-packed first supply, first half from James Nettlekoff Gymnasium at Southwestern High School. Our game tonight brought to you by Krantz Auto Parts. Your local hardware Hank and Napa dealer. See Rob Krantz and the crew at Krantz Auto Parts for full service repairs on cars and light trucks too. Krantz Auto Parts of Fenimore. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with the Peterson Agency halftime report. We'll recap the first half scoring and catch you up on the shoebox scoreboard. See if we have any updates on other games in our area. The Peterson Agency halftime report comes your way next on Dubuque Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In game one.
Hi, I'm Jessica Paulson, your personal banking officer at Mound City Bank in Platteville. Did you know that Mound City Bank offers free checking to nonprofit organizations? In addition, we offer interest-bearing checking, money market, savings, and certificate of deposit accounts with competitive rates. Every nonprofit checking account includes a free debit card along with many extras. Stop by or call us at 608-348-2685 for more details or any questions. Mound City Bank, proud to be here for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors of Belmont and Prairie du Chien is who to call for top quality CHI overhead doors. Enhance the curb appeal and security of your home by choosing the fine line of CHI overhead doors from Carey's. And when it comes to seamless gutters that keep your home protected from water damage, Carey's has you covered too. Visit Carey'sGuttersandDoors.com today to learn more. They'll service all the rest, and they deal in the best. Get your new CHI overhead doors at Carey's Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, Belmont and Prairie du Chien.
In game one.
Southwestern leading Lancaster non-conference boys basketball 37-28. The Peterson Agency halftime report comes your way next on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In game two.
Get the kids out of the house and make sure they have some fun this winter with the Bell Tower Theater's Kids Take the Stage classes. 6 weeks of fun begins the week of January 27th for kids in kindergarten through 8th grades. Registration deadline is January 15th and space is limited, so secure your child's spot today. Financial assistance is available. Call the Bell Tower Theater at 563-588-3377 or register online at belltowertheater.net.
Could there be a better name? Auto Value Parts Stores. They aren't just about air fresheners or fuzzy dice. Auto Value Parts Stores are all about parts, auto parts, and advice. Pros who know auto parts with tons of tips when you need them the most. You want real value? Don't go to a place with a cute name. Go to Auto Value. Could there be a better name? I didn't think so. Your Auto Value Parts Store. We've got the parts, we've got the smarts.
In game two.
Halftime in Hazel Green, Southwestern leads Lancaster 37-28 on our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school boys basketball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. A quick check on the Shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. In boys basketball over on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, River Ridge all over Shullsburg 50-22. And in the second half with 8:58 to play, Argyle-Pecatonica leading Shullsburg 52-38. That one over on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Also at the half, Mineral Point leads Darlington in girls basketball 22-16. Coming up, we'll recap the first half scoring in our game between Southwestern and Lancaster in non-conference boys basketball. The Peterson Agency halftime report presented by the Peterson Agency in Argyle. Brian Peterson specializing in home, farm, auto, and umbrella policies. More after this on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 3.
Your farm is your home and business. An investment worth protecting. The Peterson Agency of Argyle and Hastings Mutual Insurance Company team up to bring you experience, know-how, and professional service to do just that. This team of professionals at the Peterson Agency and Hastings Mutual offer complete farm coverage for your home, buildings, and equipment. Plus, there's coverage for recreational vehicles, farm liability, and workers' compensation. Don't assume you're adequately covered. Call the locally owned Peterson Agency.
This is Doug Dolter with Dubuque Mattress. Dubuque Mattress was voted best place to buy a mattress for many reasons, but one of them was best price. Because Dubuque Mattress is a mattress factory, we are truly factory direct. We cut out the cost of the middleman. And because of our volume, we have the most buying power. I personally guarantee that Dubuque Mattress is 10 to 40% less than any other mattress store in town. Find us on Highway 20 directly across from Tyson's. Dubuque Mattress for the rest of your life.
Dubuque Mattress Factory, you get a little snooze time.
In Game 3.
Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school boys basketball is presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Our halftime score 37-28. Southwestern Wildcats leading the Lancaster Flying Arrows. Tyler Dictatus with you from the Wolf Construction broadcast booth on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. A very fun, tight ball game, especially early on, but Southwestern went on a nice run to close out the first supply first half. We were tied at 21 apiece. Actually, Lancaster led 21-17, but Southwestern closed out the half on a 20-7 run to take this 37-28 lead into the locker room. Leading the way for Southwestern, Aiden Kelleher with 13 first half points, and Everett Dressler in double figures with 10 points on the game as well. Other scorers include Carson Splinter with 3, and then 2 points apiece for Remy Lawrence, Jack Rundy, Caden Demuth, and Bryce Pierce. Austin Furlong started but did not score for the Southwestern Wildcats. And for Lancaster, they are led in scoring by Zach Hermson in double figures with 12 points. 8 points for Taylor Williams, 5 for Dane Kaufman, 3 for Tyler Timmerman. Other players who saw action but did not score include Brody Krubel and Brady Mack. It should also be noted that Dane Kaufman left the game with what appeared to be a leg injury as he hit the floor really hard trying to go for a rebound. It was a big-time collision. You could feel the thud all the way up here in the top part of the bleachers here at Southwestern High School, and don't know if he's going to be coming back into the game or not. He's not on the floor right now for shoot-around as the Arrows come back to the floor to get ready for the second half of our contest, so we'll keep tabs on that. As Southwestern comes back to the floor on their side, and we will get to the second half after this. Again, updates on the Shoebox scoreboard. Another update, 56-40. Argyle-Pecatonica leading Shullsburg with 7:11 to play in the second half. That went over on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with the second half. This has been the Peterson Agency Halftime Report presented by the Peterson Agency in Argyle. Brian Peterson specializing in home, farm, auto, and umbrella policies. Second half coming up next on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 4.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
We all know how unpredictable the weather in our area can be. Tune in to Super Hits 106 as we'll keep you up to date on all the cancellations and delays affecting the tri-states. Cancellations and delays are presented by Anderson Auto of Platteville. Make sure you don't get stuck out in the cold with a visit to Anderson Auto Repair in Platteville. They'll check your fluids, including oil and antifreeze, plus tires, suspension, and more. And they'll get you in right away and back on the road. Learn more about Anderson Auto Repair on Facebook.
In Game 4.
Start of the second half coming up from James Nettlekoff Gymnasium at Southwestern High School in Hazel Green. Southwestern leading Lancaster 37-28 in non-conference boys basketball on Dubuque Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school boys basketball is presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Tonight's game also brought to you by Donnie's Tire and Auto. Call the only hooker in town for 24-hour towing service at 568-3014. That's 568-3014. Your home for excellent car care is at Donnie's Tire and Auto in Dickeyville. And by Gary's Pest Control in Dickeyville. Gary's Pest Control salutes our local athletes. Gary's Pest Control with over 40 years of professional, friendly service. People's State Bank for personal, home, business, and ag loans. Visit one of their area convenient locations or visit peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC. WCC Brands, custom apparel in Kieler and at WCC-brands.com. And by Boss Electric, call Barrett Adrian and Josh Busher at Boss Electric in Lancaster and Fenimore. Lancaster turns the ball over on their first possession, working from left to right. Now Southwestern with the ball working from right to left. As we see it here from the Wolf Construction broadcast booth and as you see it on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Ball skipped in, catch and shoot, jumper right side of the paint, no good, but for Everett Dressler, and the rebound pulled down by Zach Hermson of Lancaster. And a blocking foul called against Everett Dressler as Taylor Williams was trying to drive his way into the paint. And that is Dressler's third personal foul. Team foul number 1 of the second half, 37-28, 30 seconds in, Southwestern leading Lancaster in this second half. Taylor Williams hands out to Tyler Timmerman. Right-handed dribble, stops it, gives out to the top to Brady Schmitz, who's now in the game for Dane Kaufman. Schmitz skips it in to Taylor Williams, runs right into Pierce, now back out to the left wing. Now left corner for Zach Hermson. Hermson dribbles out of the corner to the left wing, drives into the paint, runs into a double team. Contact, no foul called, and the rebound pulled down by Southwestern. And Kelleher on the left wing, right-handed dribble looking to the right side of the floor. Now decides to dribble it inside the arc. Stops at the right elbow, kicks out to the right wing. Driving in the paint is Dressler. Kicks out to the corner, catch and shoot. 3 for Furlong, short of the rim, no good. Scramble for the rebound is taken by Furlong as he puts up the shot. Count the bucket and the foul. Furlong deposits 2 on that bank shot. And it's a double-digit lead for Southwestern, the biggest lead of the night for either team. And Furlong goes to the free throw line for the first time tonight. That's his first points of the game, oh, by the way. Shooting 67% at the free throw line, misses the free throw off the back iron. Score remains 39-28, 16 and a half minutes to play in regulation, and a push called against Southwestern, I think. It's going to go against Bryce Pierce. That's his third personal of the game. Second team foul of the half for Southwestern. Lancaster inbounding baseline left side. Inbound pass gets into Hermson. His bunny shot goes off the back iron. No good. Southwestern with the rebound, pushing it down the floor quickly. Ball arcs out of bounds on the far sideline. It's going to stay with Southwestern. They'll inbound on the far sideline. Rural Mutual agents John Raggets and Deneen Dahl with Raggets Dahl Insurance Group, tackling all of your farm, personal, business, and life insurance needs. Call them today at their office in Lancaster. Is a three-pointer in the left corner, off the back iron, no good. Michael Murphy pulls down the rebound for Lancaster, pushing it ahead to Hermson. Hermson trying to find Tyler Timmerman, cutting towards the basket, but passes behind him, goes out of bounds, and it will be a Lancaster turnover. I have that down as turnover number 8 unofficially. And Southwestern takes possession of the basketball with a 39-28 lead. 2 minutes gone by in the second half. Jack Rundy on the high left side, gives over to the right side to number 3, Austin Furlong. Out to the top to Pierce. Pierce, left-handed dribble, out to the left side to Rundy. Rundy stops his dribble at the free throw line, looking for a teammate, finds one in the corner. That's Everett Dressler. Dressler gets a screen from Rundy, driving in the paint, runs into a Lancaster player, doesn't matter, puts it off the glass and in. Nice shot. Everett Dressler now with 12 points on the game, 41-28, Southwestern in the lead. Taylor Williams trying to shake off his defender, runs into a double team, puts up a shot, and he's going to go to the free throw line. Another push called against Southwestern. Team foul number 3 of the half. Austin Furlong, the guilty Wildcat, his second personal foul of the game. Taylor Williams at the free throw line. I have him down for 8 points in that first half, looking for his first points of the second half. And gets the lucky roll for his first free throw on this trip. Saunders Oil Company of Warren, family owned for 3 generations, offering delivery of premium diesel fuel and gasoline products to tri-state homes, farms, and businesses. Saunders Oil Company of Warren. Second free throw is spit out, and Southwestern pulls down the rebound. 41-29 the score. Southwestern leading with 15:20 to play in regulation. Ball lobbed into Pierce at the right elbow. Looking for a teammate, decides to dribble, stops his dribble on the high right side, now gives out to the top to Kelleher. Kelleher dribbles into the paint, turns around, puts up a floater, ball spit back out. Pierce there for the rebound, gets the putback to go. Pierce now with 4 points on the game, stretches the Southwestern lead to 43-29, under 15 minutes to play. Hermson to Schmitz for 3, off the back iron, no good, and a scramble for the rebound. Rundy trying to save it from going out of bounds. Tried to throw it off a Lancaster player, but it's last touch by him. Lancaster will inbound on the far corner. Zach Hermson set to throw it in. Clare Bank with their 8 convenient locations in Southwest Wisconsin, proud to support our community events. Clare Bank, where they say we can do that. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Michael Murphy, long three-pointer on the right wing, off the front of the rim, no good. Taylor Williams there with the offensive board. Kicks out to Tyler Timmerman for 3. His shot off the backboard, no good. Scramble for the rebound as Brody Krubel got tied up, and it's a held ball, alternate possession. Gives it to Southwestern. 43-29, Southwestern leading Lancaster, 14.5 minutes to go in the game. And Kelleher gets it across center court. Met by Michael Murphy. Angles towards the left side. Underhand toss to Carson Splinter, who's now back in the game. Splinter switching from the right to the left hand to the left elbow. Now over to the right corner. Austin Furlong, right side of the paint. Tries to lob it over to Kelleher. Kelleher saves it from going into the backcourt. As he drives in, runs into a double team, puts up a shot, rolls off the side of the rim, and Zach Hermson with the rebound for Lancaster. Hermson brings it down the floor in transition, goes into the paint, loses the handle, ball knocked out of bounds. Who touched it last? They say another held ball, and it's going to stay with Lancaster. 13:53 to play in the second half, 43-29, Southwestern leading. Lancaster inbounding baseline left side. Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque, powering our audio stream. Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque, when you are ready. Tyler Timmerman's pass is lobbed in, but stolen away by Jack Rundy. Pushes ahead, and Kelleher finishes with the right-handed layup. 15 points for him on that 2-point deposit, and 45-29. Southwestern stretching their lead. Ball skipped in, but deflected and recovered by Lancaster in the corner. Now Taylor Williams with it in the paint, tries to put it in. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound for Jack Rundy, and a foul called against Lancaster. I believe it's against Taylor Williams. Taylor Williams with his first personal foul, second team foul of the half for Lancaster. 13:26 to play in the second half. Southwestern 45, Lancaster 29. Lancaster deciding to press. Inbound pass is knocked out of bounds by Michael Murphy. Pass intended for Aiden Kelleher on the far side of the floor. Southwestern will try to inbound again on the far sideline this time. Sheetles Heating and Cooling, your local Daikin dealer. Call Bradley Schneider for heating, ventilating, and air conditioning services from Sheetles Heating and Cooling in Bloomington. Carson Splinter with the basketball on the near sideline, gets it across the timeline. Switching from the left to the right hand in the paint, puts up a floater off the front of the rim, no good, trying to clean up his own mess, but Tyler Timmerman there for the rebound for Lancaster. Heroes push it down the floor. Brady Mack in the paint, turns around in a double team, count the bucket and the foul. Great concentration by Brady Mack to finish the play. He'll go to the free throw line for one more. His first points of the game coming off the bench for Lancaster. Everett Dressler now in the game for Southwestern as number 3, Austin Furlong, takes a seat. Brady Mack on the season averaging 3.5 points and averaging 40% at the free throw line. And he knocks down the freebie. New score, 45-32. Southwestern leading Lancaster, 13 minutes to go. Aiden Kelleher, left-handed dribble, angles towards the left side. Met by Michael Murphy on the left wing. Ball works its way over into the right corner for Everett Dressler. Dressler stops his dribble, gives to Rundy on the right corner. Now back out to Dressler between the rings. Being guarded by Brady Mack. Now decides to dribble. Goes to the right elbow. Now over to the right corner to Rundy. Rundy in the paint. Kicks out left corner. Catch and shoot. 3. Knocked down for Carson Splinter. That's his second triple of the game. 48-32. 12:20 to go. Michael Murphy with the basketball gives over to Hermson. Top of the arc. Now puts up a jumper at the left elbow. And he knocks it down. 14 points for Hermson. 48-34, 12 minutes to go. Jack Rundy with the basketball for Southwestern. Gives over to the left wing. Dressler driving in. Puts up a shot with the left hand off the side of the rim. Scramble for the rebound. And Michael Murphy tosses it to Timmerman. Pushes ahead to Hermson. Lays it in for 2. Lancaster fighting back. Trailing now by 12. 48-36. 11:40 to go. Dressler on the left wing, now dribbles into the paint, and a reach from behind against Lancaster. I believe that's against Brady Mack. That'd be his third personal. And a timeout on the floor with 11:36 to go in the half. It's a 30-second stop. We'll stay here. Tonight's game. It's brought to you by Rural Mutual Agents John Ragetz and Dini Dahl with Ragetz & Dahl Insurance Group, tackling all of your farm, personal, business, and life insurance needs. Call them today at their office in Lancaster. And by Community First Bank, for you in the communities where you live or can play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank, CFBank.com, member FDIC. Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. Herms's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Herms's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main and Platteville. See Herms's for the perfect paint for your next project. Herms's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. 11:36 to play in the game. Southwestern 48, Lancaster 36. Non-conference boys basketball on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Catch and shoot 3, top of the arc for Dressler, off the side of the rim, no good. Scramble for the rebound. Brady Mack pulls it down for Lancaster. Gives over to Michael Murphy to get it across the timeline on the far side of the floor. Murphy stops his dribble between the rings, now decides to shoot a 3, and a foul on the shot. Very late contact by Caden DeMuth. And now it will be Michael Murphy at the free throw line for 3 free throws. Lancaster trailing 48-36, and Michael Murphy looking for his first points of the game. Murphy swishes the first free throw. 48-37 the score with 2 more free throws coming up. Game also brought to you by Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialists. The pros at Brian's gets the job done right for unexpected dings or major repair projects. And to Brian's Auto Body and Paint in Lancaster. Murphy hits the second free throw. Makes it 48-38, trying to make it a single-digit deficit on this free throw. Murphy loads up, knocks it in, gets all 3. And a timeout on the floor taken by Lancaster. It's a full timeout. We'll take one too. 11-17 to play in the game at 48-39. Southwestern leads Lancaster. Back after this on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 5.
Get ready for a whirlwind adventure. Hi, this is Sue Rydell from the Bell Tower Theater, inviting you to As Time Goes By. Local favorite Kathy Goodman will perform her new cabaret show, created with the help of AI. It brilliantly breathes new life into a host of jazz and standard favorites. See As Time Goes By, January 25th at 7:30 p.m. or January 26th at 2 p.m. Tickets are just $26. Call 563-588-3377 or go to belltowertheater.net.
Platteville Golf and Country Club is looking for a full-time restaurant cook. This is a great opportunity for an attentive, motivated, reliable, customer service-oriented individual to run your own kitchen while serving Platteville Golf and Country Club's members and guests. Contact Alex at Platteville Golf and Country Club for details and see if running your own kitchen at the Platteville Golf and Country Club is right for you. In Game 5.
Southwestern leads Lancaster 48-39 coming out of the timeout. Southwestern with the basketball working from right to left as we see it here from the Wolf Construction broadcast booth and as you see it on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Everett Dressler with the basketball between the rings being met by number 23 Brady Mack of Lancaster. Dressler driving in the paint and a whistle and a push. Called against the Arrows. That'll be team foul number 4, I believe. And the the fourth personal on Brady Mack. Mack will check out of the game and now back in as number 22, Lucas Weber, the 6'1 freshman. Jack Rundy set to inbound, baseline right side, gets it in, now gets it right back. Right side of the paint, dribbles out, and will reset things offensively for Southwestern. 10:47 to play in the game, 48-39, Southwestern on top. Everett Dressler being guarded by Lucas Weber. Right-handed dribble handing over to the right side is Austin Furlong. Furlong met by Hermson, now gives out to Kelleher on the right side. Kelleher dribbles behind his back, stops his dribble, gives back to Dressler to reset. Lucas Weber now trying to reach in and poke the basketball away, but Dressler drives to the baseline, now kicks out, catch and shoot, 3 for Splinter, short of the rim. Trying to save it from going out of bounds is Everett Dressler, but a foul on the floor. And team foul number 6 for Southwestern. So I believe the foul is against Dressler. Now a conversation with the officials, I believe. They try to sort it out. The official on the far sideline talking with the scores table to sort things out. While they do that, say that our game is brought to you by Russell Offices, here to assist as your local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Proudly serving Southern Wisconsin. Russell Law Offices. The foul is against Everett Dressler. That's his 4th personal. So he will take a seat. Now in the game is number 34, Drew Martin, a 6-foot junior. Just over 10 minutes to play in the game. Southwestern 48, Lancaster 39. Lucas Weber driving towards the basket, kicks out, and a 3-pointer on the left corner is good for Taylor Williams. His second triple of the game, 12 points in total, 6-point margin. 48-42 as a shot put up, and I believe it was before the shot. Basket was made, but they're not going to count it. As Michael Murphy's guilty of his third personal. Southwestern inbounding baseline right side. Jack Rundy set to throw it in. Rundy lobs it to Kelleher on the high right side. Kelleher met by Michael Murphy. Drives into the paint. Puts up a layup. Ball spins off the side of the rim. Zach Hermson pushing it ahead to Taylor Williams. Underhand toss to Michael Murphy in the left wing. Murphy passes over to the top to Zach Hermson. Dribbles behind his back to the free throw line. Taylor Williams, high left side. Now over to Murphy. Murphy trying to shake off his defender. Murphy stops his dribble, gets to Taylor Williams in the corner. Now to Lucas Weber, down low. Weber puts up a shot, tries to bank it in, too strong, but he's going to go to the line for two. He was fouled on the way up. Team foul number 7, so Lancaster will have bonus free throws the rest of the way. As Carson Splinter, guilty of his first personal. Weber, the southpaw free throw shooter, gets the first to go. Lucas Weber averaging 2.2 points per game. And he is now 2 of 3 on the season at the free throw line. And is a free throw away from making it a 4-point game. Second free throw is good. Southwestern 48, Lancaster 44. Arrows clawing back. 9:10 to play. Aiden Kelleher on the high right side. Dribbling back to center court, now tosses over to Rundy. And Rundy finds a teammate in the corner. Now Pierce down low. Triple team, puts up a shot, doesn't matter, and they're going to wave off the basket. And a charge called against Pierce. And now Pierce will check out of the game with his 4th personal. So Bryce Pierce and Everett Dressler with 4 personal fouls. Puts their starters on, 2 of their starters on the bench with a 4-point lead. 48-44, Lancaster with the basketball, trailing by 4. As Lucas Weber dribbled the ball out of bounds along the baseline. Turns the ball over. That is Lancaster's 10th turnover unofficially. As Southwestern set to inbound. Lancaster deciding to press in the backcourt. And Kelleher pushes ahead to Rundy. Rundy gets it across the timeline, angling towards the right side. Stops his dribble. Finds teammate Drew Martin in the right corner. Martin back to Rundy. Rundy out to the top to Splinter. Splinter gets to Furlong on the high right side. Triple threat. Left-handed dribble. Now ball deflected out of bounds. Michael Murphy trying to go for the steal and go back the other way. Clock is stopped with 8:23 to play. Southwestern 48, Lancaster 44. Southwestern led by as many as 12. The Lancasters come back to make it a 4-point game. Austin Furlong gets the inbound pass in the backcourt. Inbound from the near sideline. Dribbles to the center court, stripe, ball poked away. And Hermson came away with the steal, but a timeout taken by Southwestern to keep possession. Coach Brian Knapp of Lancaster not happy with that call, but it's a full stop. We'll take one too. 8:11 to play. Southwestern 48, Lancaster 44. Back after this on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 6.
They keep you on your toes. So it's more important than ever to stay healthy and ahead of the game. From flu shots to annual physicals, Dr. Ron White welcomes new patients and looks forward to keeping you well, accepting most major insurances, including Quartz, Medical Associates, and Dean, to name a few. For appointments in Lancaster or Fenimore, call 608-723-2131. Grant Regional Community Clinic. Better health starts here.
Ice Fest is back at the National Mississippi River Museum and Aquarium, January 18th and 19th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's 2 days of frigid fun for the whole family, with indoor and outdoor activities included in general admission. Bundle up and enjoy snowshoeing, an ice excavation site, and winter fun demonstrations. Then warm up inside with winter carnival games, crafts, and a hot cocoa bar. Tickets are good for 2 consecutive days, meaning you can experience twice the fun. For more information and a full list of events, visit rivermuseum.org. A thank you to this year's presenting sponsor Dupaco Credit Union.
In Game 6.
Just over 8 minutes to play in the game. Southwestern 48, Lancaster 44. Southwestern with the basketball on the high right side. That's Austin Furlong. Ball lobbed into Jack Rundy, right side of the paint. Now back out. Catch and shoot three straight ahead off the front of the rim. No good. Michael Murphy pulls down the rebound for the Flying Arrows. 7:45 to play. Lancaster's gone on a run. Trail by as many as 12. Now only trail by 4. They have possession of the basketball right now as Hermson puts up a floater in the paint. Knocks it down. Back to a one-possession game, 48-46, 7.5 minutes to go. Austin Furlong gets to Carson Splinter. Splinter switching from the left to the right hand, angling towards the right side. Loses the ball momentarily, but recovers. Now tosses over to the corner, catch and shoot. Three for Martin, knocks it down! Drew Martin off the bench, a timely three-pointer. Southwestern stretches the lead to 5, 51-46, 7 minutes to go. Michael Murphy, catch and shoot three, trying to answer. He knocks it down. Back and forth we go. Back to a 2-point ball game, 6:50 to play. Some light press in the backcourt for Lancaster. As Aiden Kelleher trying to get past a double team, finds Martin on the left side of the paint. Now Jack Rundy on the high left side. Kelleher puts up a three, and he knocks it down. Back-to-back-to-back threes, back and forth, 54-49. Southwestern leading, 6:25 to go. Michael Murphy gives out to the top to Hermson, tries to fire it down low, but it's stolen away by Kelleher. Kelleher coming back the other way, and a whistle. Hand check foul called against the Arrows. Tyler Timmerman guilty of his first personal team foul, number 6. And another foul by Lancaster puts Southwestern at the free throw line, and free throws could play a role with the way things have been going in this second half. 54-49, Southwestern leads with 6:18 to go in the game. Inbounding in front of the scorer's table is Jack Rundy. Rundy gets it into the backcourt to Carson Splinter. Splinter out to the top. Dressler catch and shoot three. Ball spit back out. Tyler Timmerman with the rebound for Lancaster. Pushes ahead to Schmitz. Now Hermson on the right side. Back to Schmitz at the top. Underhand toss to Hermson on the right wing. Hermson left-handed dribble between the rings. Now to Taylor Williams on the left wing. Back up to Hermson. Hermson puts up the three off the right side of the point. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound pulled down by Jack Rundy of Southwestern. Wildcats coming back down the floor. Left-handed dribble into the paint, overshoots the rim, but an offensive rebound, and the putback is good for Austin Furlong. Furlong now with 4 points on the game. Southwestern stretches the lead, 56-49, 5.5 minutes to play. Michael Murphy gives over to the right side to Brady Schmitz. Schmitz to the right elbow. Tyler Timmerman loads up for three. He swishes the three. Second three-pointer of the game for Tyler Timmerman, 6 points in total. Back to a 4-point ball game, just over 5 minutes to go. 56-52. Everett Dressler across center court, switching from the right to left hand, dribbles into the paint, runs into a triple team, tries to kick out to the corner, and finds Kelleher. Kelleher trying to get past Murphy, drives his baseline, puts up a shot, and they're going to say, no, it doesn't count, he traveled. So instead of 2 to make it a 6-point game, it remains a 4-point game. Lancaster with the ball. And Southwestern going to play the 1-2-2 press again. Brady Schmitz gives to Zach Hermson. Hermson pushing ahead to Murphy. Skips it into Taylor Williams, puts up a shot through the contact, gets the bucket to go. Taylor Williams having a game, 14 points. 56-54, 4:25 to go as a bunny shot on the right side of the paint. No good for Drew Martin. Lancaster pulls down the rebound. Southwestern deciding not to press this time as Brady Schmitz will get the pass from Taylor Williams. Ball skipped in, but a reach in called against Southwestern. As they whistle up Jack Rundy. And the down is his second personal, and now a 1-and-1 coming up for Taylor Williams. And again, free throws going to play a big role in the final 4:11 to play in this one. 56-54, Southwestern leading. And Taylor Williams with a 1-and-1. Taylor Williams is 2 of 5 at the line tonight. Hits the first. Back to a 1-point ball game, 56-55. The free throw here will tie it up if he makes it. Bryce Pierce checks back into the game with his 4 personal fouls. Also on the floor is number 10, Everett Dressler. All of Southwestern starters are on the floor. As Taylor Williams gets ready to load up for the second half of the 1-and-1. Gets it. Tie game, 56-56, 4:11 to go. Eden Kelleher gets the inbound pass on the near sideline, pushes over to Jack Rundy on the far side of the floor. Rundy angling towards the left side as he crosses center court. Dribbles to the right side of the paint, stops his dribble, gives to Kelleher, loads up for 3, swishes it! Aiden Kelleher with 24 points and back to a 3-point lead for Southwestern. 59-56, 3:43 to go as Zach Hermson tries to answer with a shot at the free throw line, bounces off the back iron. Southwestern with the rebound and losing his footing. Crossing center court is Everett Dressler. But they're going to say a foul on the Arrows. They're going to say it's a push on Michael Murphy. And that is his 4th personal. 17th foul on the Arrows. And a 1-on-1 coming up for Everett Dressler. Dressler on the game, 12 points. And he's in the 4-foul club. And he misses the free throws. Hermson with the rebound for Lancaster. Remains a 1-possession game, 59-56, 3.5 minutes to play. Out to the top, Brady Mack. Dribbles into the paint, kicks out to the corner. Taylor Williams to tie it. Side of the rim, no good. Tyler Timmerman with the offensive board for Lancaster. Taylor Williams calls for a screen, decides not to take it, gives over to Timmerman. He loads up for 3, tied up! What a shot by Timmerman! His 3rd triple, 9 points on the game, tied at 59, 3 minutes to play. Dressler gives over to Martin. And now Jack Rundy with the ball between the rings. Gets a screen from Dressler. Dressler gets it on the right side, dribbles into the paint, tries to put up a shot. There's contact. Shot no good, but he's going to go to the line for 2. Clock is stopped with 2:42 to play, 59-59, and big free throws coming up for Everett Dressler. 12 points on the game, missed the 1-and-1 earlier. And he hits the first on this one. Southwestern 60, Lancaster 59, 2:42, and a second free throw coming up for Everett Dressler. The foul was called against Brody Krubel, his 1st personal, and that is team foul number 8 on the Arrows. Second free throw good for Dressler. Southwestern 61, Lancaster 59, 2:38 to play. Southwestern deciding to go with a light 1-2-2 press. Ball pushed to Timmerman in the right corner. Skipped into Brady Mack, and a timeout taken by Lancaster. Clock is stopped with 2:29 to play. It's a 30-second stop. We'll stay here. That'll give us a chance to give you some updates on the Shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store In the Midwest, a final over on X1071. Argyle Pecatonica beat Schulzburg in girls basketball 63-50. And the final of the game that we had on 97.7 Country WGLR, River Ridge defeats Schulzburg 87-51. Other updates that we might be able to tell you about. My phone decides to cooperate. Here we go. Girls basketball, a final. Mineral Point defeats Darlington 58-44. And in girls basketball, Cuba City defeats Southwestern 64-19. Coming out of the Lancaster timeout, Tyler Timmerman's inbound pass gets to Michael Murphy. 2:25 to play. Southwestern 61, Lancaster 59. Murphy gives back to Zach Hermson on the high right side. Hermson lobbing it in to Brady Mack. Mack gives back out to Hermson. Hermson hesitates. Now gives to Tyler Timmerman. Loads up for three. Short of the rim. Michael Murphy with the offensive board. Layup is off the side of the rim for Taylor Williams, and Southwestern pulls down the board. 2 minutes remaining, 61-59. Southwestern with the lead and the basketball and a reach in on Taylor Williams. Team foul number 9 for Lancaster, and another one-on-one coming up for number 5, Jack Rundy. Rundy with 2 points on the game. As Bryce Pierce and Everett Dressler check out of the game for Southwestern. We'll see how long they stay out in the final 2 minutes here. And the free throw is missed by Jack Rundy. Lancaster gets the rebound. Still a one-possession game, 61-59, 1:52 to go. Lancaster trailing by 2, but they have possession of the basketball as Zach Hermson and Taylor Williams exchange passes, with the ball deflected into the backcourt by Carson Splinter, trying to dive and keep it alive along the Southwestern bench. Trying to sacrifice the body and keep it in play, but it's going to go out of bounds. Lancaster keeps the ball with 1:42 as Carson Splinter going to take a seat, as might have a little road rash trying to dive for that basketball. Everett Dressler checks back in. Hermson's inbound pass goes to Taylor Williams, pushes ahead to Michael Murphy on the far side of the floor. Cross-court pass to Hermson. Down low to Brady Mack, backing down on his defender. Catch and shoot, jumper right side of the paint, knocked down for Taylor Williams. 18 points for Taylor Williams. We are tied at 61, 1:22 to play. Aiden Kelleher, right wing. Left-handed dribble. Passes over to the top to Dressler. Dressler takes the dribble, puts up a three, knocks it down! 3-point lead for Southwestern, 64-61. Dressler with 17 points. Does Lancaster have an answer? Timmerman's pass down low for Brady Mack goes out of bounds, but they are going to say it's out of bounds. No foul called, as Coach Brian Knapp wants an explanation. Or did they get a timeout? There is a timeout on the floor with 55.1 seconds left. It's a full timeout. We'll take one too. Back after this on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 7.
Hi, this is Steve Schmidt, owner of the Shoebox in downtown Black Earth. We have thousands of pairs of shoes in stock, no waiting. So stop in anytime, specializing in size, selection, and fit. We will save you money. P.S. We measure both feet. Stop into the Shoebox, the largest shoe store at the north end of Black Earth.
Hello, Amy here from Cuba City Family Dental. Part of our dedication to excellence in the dental services we offer are same-day crowns. Instead of return visits to our office, we can diagnose and fix your tooth in one day at any of our 3 convenient locations. Call us when you are in need and experience patient-centered care for you and your family at Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental. Ask about our new patient specials. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports on Queen Bee Radio is presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental, and by Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Check out our upcoming schedule at am1590wpvl.com.
In Game 7.
Buckle in for the final 55.1 seconds here. 64-61, Southwestern leading and with the basketball. The inbound pass gets into Everett Dressler, gets it across center court, and Gallagher with it on the near sideline. Runs into a triple team, finds Pierce. Now ball works its way over to the high right side to Carson Splinter, and a foul called on Taylor Williams as Lancaster trying to foul to conserve time. And the free throw, or the foul, by Taylor Williams, his third personal, team foul number 10, and 2 free throws coming up for number 3, Austin Furlong. Furlong hits the first. That's a big one. 2-possession game now for Southwestern. 65-61, 41.3 left. After the game, we'll have our post-game show. Brought to you by Edward Jones, Reeves Wealth Management. Furlong hits the second free throw. Big free throws there for Southwestern. 66-61, 37 seconds left. And a whistle as Schmitz is driving towards the basket for Lancaster. And it'll be a reach-in called against one of the Southwestern Wildcats. Both teams now in the double bonus. It'll be the first personal foul on Drew Martin. Brady Schmitz with the free throw. Hits the first. That's Brady Schmidt's first point of the game. If he hits this one, it'll be a 1-possession game with 35.8 seconds left. Schmitz misses it off the front of the rim, and the rebound pulled down by Bryce Pierce. And a quick foul by Lancaster, stopping the clock with 32.9 seconds left. And it's going to be Bryce Pierce at the free throw line. His first free throw is coming up. He's got 4 points on the game. Southwestern 66, Lancaster 62. Pierce shooting 53% at the line on the season. Hits the first. 67-62, Southwestern leading. Another free throw coming up for Pierce. Off the back iron, no good. Lancaster with the rebound. 29 seconds left. Hermsen gives to Michael Murphy. Catch and shoot 3 on the left wing. Off the side of the rim, no good. Offensive rebound. Williams puts up the 3. Bounces off the front of the rim. Ball knocked out of bounds. Lancaster touched it last. And Southwestern takes possession with 19.3 seconds on the clock and a 5-point lead. Drew Martin checks out for Southwestern. Bryce Pierce also checking out back in as Carson Splinter. And a timeout taken by Southwestern as they put their best free throw shooters on the floor for the final 19.3. It's a full stop. We'll take 1-2 back after this on Super Hits 106.
In Game 8.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
What does the Lifetime Comfort Guarantee from Dubuque Mattress really mean? It means peace of mind. For the entire life of your Dubuque mattress, we will adjust the feel of it. If it feels a little too firm, we'll make it softer. If your mattress feels too soft, we'll make it firmer. We take the "what if I don't like it" out of mattress shopping to give you peace of mind. Dubuque Mattress, for the rest of your life.
At Dubuque Mattress Factory, you got a little snooze time.
In Game 8.
Coming out of the Southwestern timeout, Lancaster able to get a quick foul on the inbound. That will send Aiden Kelleher to the free throw line. As Tyler Timmerman guilty of the foul, and Aiden Kelleher gets the free throw to go. 68-62, 18.5 seconds left. Southwestern with the lead. And another free throw coming up for Aiden Kelleher, who is having a monster game, 25 points. Can make it 26 here. And does. 69-62, 16 seconds left. Three-pointer on the left wing, off the back iron, no good. Rebound Southwestern as Carson Splinter trying to clear it for the Wildcats. And Lancaster trying to decide whether or not they're going to foul it. And I thought they were waiting to see if Splinter traveled. Clock is stopped with 5.5. And it is personal foul number 4 on Taylor Williams. And at the line is Carson Splinter. Splinter hits the first. Again after the game, we'll have our Edward Jones Reeves Wealth Management postgame show on the Tricor Turning Point. As the second free throw is good, making it 71-62. A three-pointer is short for Zach Hermson, and Southwestern grinds out a big-time win over the Lancaster Flying Arrows, 71-62. Southwestern improves to 10-2 on the season. And their next game is coming up Thursday night right here against Cuba City. And we'll have that game right here on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Lancaster falls to 6-3 on the campaign. And their next game is Friday night at Platteville. We'll have that game on X1071. Coming up, our Reeves Wealth Management postgame show. We'll recap the scoring on this one. We'll check in on the Shoebox scoreboard. Tell you what we have coming up on our Queen Bee Radio Sports schedule. A jam-packed Thursday night of basketball. We'll tell you all about it coming up next on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 9.
Fuller's Milker Center and GIA have the management tools you need to keep your dairy's profitability at your fingertips 24 hours a day. From many choices of reliable electronic ID to effective time-saving sort gates to the state-of-the-art Dairy Plan C21, monitor and control your parlor systems as you manage your whole herd. Contact Fuller's Milker Center, LLC, your GIA dealer in Lancaster and Richland Center for details on the latest ID systems and sort gates that can help your dairy's efficiency, putting you and your cows in the fast lane.
Turpin Dodge salutes Kim Irish, Director of Psychiatric Services at Mercy One Dubuque Medical Center. Turpin will honor Kim with a donation to the Dubuque Regional Humane Society. Visit TurpinDodge.com to nominate an area nurse. Thank you, Kim, from Turpin Dodge in Dubuque.
Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports on Queen Bee Radio is presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental, and by Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Check out our upcoming schedule at am1590wpdl.com.
In Game 9.
Southwestern, your winner over Lancaster in non-conference boys basketball, 71-62. Our Edward Jones Reeves Wealth Management postgame show coming up next on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 10.
From small town businesses to large multi-state operations, Tricor Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance have industry expertise that can cover all types of businesses.
Having an insurance agency that understands our business is a real benefit. They know our people. It's something Tricor does really well.
Tricor's in-depth knowledge of insurance, regulation, compliance, and safety consulting is here to help your business succeed. Working with leading insurance companies like Auto Owners Insurance. They'll be there when you need them most. Visit TricorInsurance.com to learn more about Tricor Insurance Cycle of Care. The mission of Apple River State Bank is to develop long-term relationships with farm customers. The bank is committed to do whatever is necessary to help your ag business be successful. Apple River State Bank will design financing solutions that are right for you. Stop by or visit appleriverstatebank.com for details, or call Tim White or Jeff Millen in the Hazel Green office and see how they can add value to your ag business. Apple River State Bank, member FDIC.
In Game 10.
Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school boys basketball is presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Southwestern defeats Lancaster in non-conference boys hoops tonight, 71-62. We'll have our Edward Jones Reeves Wealth Management postgame show coming up next on Super Hits 106.
Postgame 1 minute.
Hey y'all, I'm Kelly Clarkson. Every American dreams of creating a better life for his or her family, but in some communities, those dreams face difficult challenges. When we come together to help those in need get the same opportunities as everyone else, we truly are making our country a better place to live for all of us. So look for volunteer opportunities in your community to help others achieve the American dream, all right? This message is courtesy of the United States Air Force.
A fraction of a raindrop, 3 grains of salt, at up to 100 times more potent than morphine. The tiniest amount of illegal fentanyl is all it takes to cause an overdose. Fentanyl can be mixed into heroin, cocaine, pressed pills, meth, and other drugs. It could be in your drugs, and you wouldn't be able to see it, taste it, or smell it. Learn more at cdc.gov/stop-overdose.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone? Taking pictures?
No, I'm asking it questions.
Like what?
Hey, Bobo, do flowers have best friends?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that. Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Look, flowers do have best friends.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Right now, our country feels divided, but there's a place where people are coming together.
I was nervous to talk to someone so different than me.
Me too. Love Has No Labels and One Small Step are helping people with different political views, beliefs, and experiences connect through conversation, and it feels good.
This conversation gives me hope.
It gives me a lot of hope, too. Take a step toward bringing our country and your community together. Start a conversation at lovehasnolabels.com/onesmallstep. A message from StoryCorps, Love Has No Labels, and the Ad Council.
I left the military with a traumatic brain injury. I came home to fight depression, anxiety, and alcohol.
As America's veterans face challenges, DAV is there.
I'm Madam Greathouse, Army veteran.
DAV helps veterans get the benefits they've earned.
With DAV's help, I've built a new life for myself.
With the right support, more veterans can reach victories, great and small.
My victory is just experiencing life.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Hello, my name is Andrea Delzell, and I've been using a wheelchair since I was 5 years old. If I had one message for the general public, it would be relax. Some folks get really flustered around disabled people, so they just pretend we're not there. I've actually had waiters talk to my companion and completely ignore me. People with disabilities just want the same respect and consideration as everyone else.
This is a message from United Spinal Association. Download our disability etiquette booklet at unitedspinal.org.
It is time for the Edward Jones Reeves Wealth Management post-game show. Edward Jones is a financial services firm serving individuals and business owners. Is your money working as hard as it should be? This is Elena Reeves with Edward Jones. If you want to provide for your children's education, reduce your tax bill, or prepare for a comfortable retirement, we need to talk. Today, more than ever, your financial security deserves the attention of full-time financial advisors. Take advantage of our years of experience. Contact financial advisors Elena or Ben Reeves at 608-348-2441 or stop by our office on Highways 80 and 81 in Platteville next to Sups Nutrition. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Time now for the Edward Jones Reeves Wealth Management post-game show on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Southwestern gets a gritty win over the Lancaster Flying Arrows in non-conference boys basketball tonight, 71-62. Tyler Dictanis with you from the Wolf Construction broadcast booth. Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school boys basketball is presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Coach Clinton Nemitz going to make his way up to the Wolf Construction broadcast booth. We'll get his thoughts on a very fun back and forth game, although I'm not sure how he feels about the back and forth that was going on here this evening. But Coach, thanks for joining us. Congrats on the win. And boy, this is one of those gritty wins that you want to have your team be able to find a way to come away with the win. Had a nice stretch to end the first half, and Lancaster battled their way back to tie things up. But your team able to find that extra gear late to get the win. Talk about what you saw from your team here tonight.
What an outstanding basketball game. Lancaster was phenomenal. Loved the way they fought to get back into the game. And, it comes down to, like we talked about before the game, with the shot making. We needed guys to make shots when we weren't necessarily in the right flow of our offense. And Aiden Kelleher, Everett Dressler kind of led us on that front, and everybody else did their role. A couple guys had timely threes. Drew Martin. My hat's off to Drew. He was, you don't want to say doghouse with a high schooler, but he was approaching the doghouse, and he stepped up. I told him to be ready. He stepped up, and boy, did he hit a big three for us. Yeah, he had the big three and really had that key contribution with the foul trouble for Everett Dressler and Bryce Pierce, especially late in the game. And, trying to juggle the lineup with the foul trouble that your starters had, that had to have an impact on what you wanted to do, and kind of gave Lancaster the chance to get back into it. Talk about what you had to do to adjust and what kept your team in it and ultimately help get the win. Yeah, Everett Dressler going to the bench with his foul trouble in the second half, that's where a lot of the trouble comes in on the offensive end, because him and Aiden balance the floor for each other, and we become a much tougher guard. Everett's so versatile. He can post, he can play out on the perimeter. So when he comes out, I like the players that we bring into the game from a lot of different standpoints. But Everett Dressler, on the scoring side of things, it's very hard to replace him. Yeah, Dressler with 17 points on the game. Aiden Kelleher, the team high, 26 points on the game. And just talk about the production and the sharpshooting, especially late. How huge is it to come up big in those clutch situations? And that's kind of the catalyst for this team, isn't it? It is. We were a confident bunch in December for kind of all the wrong reasons. We're taking it to teams, winning by a large margin, but when you make those shots against tough defense and you execute offensively, that's where the true confidence comes in. Now these guys got some more to build on. They can go home and rest easy knowing that we hit those shots that we had to, and get ready for the Cubans. Yep, Cuba City coming up on Thursday night. I'm going to ask you about the Tricor Turning Point, brought to you by Tricor Insurance. Insurance plans built for you, your family, and your business. Contact Tricor Insurance today. Obviously, on the scoreboard, we were tied at 61, and your team comes out with a 10-1 run to close out the game and get the 71-62 victory. But what went into that? What was the thing that you saw from your team? What is it that you liked in those closing moments to come away with the win? I thought we haven't seen any presses this year. So the way we handled the press, somewhat on the fly, I thought they did an outstanding job of handling the press. And then we rebounded. They hit some very tough shots. I tip my cap to the Hermson kid, the Williams kid. My goodness, did they hit some tough shots. But when it came down to it in those final 2 minutes, we held them to one shot. And we didn't always have our size on the floor, so that was just heart and hustle for those kids to get after the ball.
All right, and Cuba City coming up on Thursday night. We will have that game right here on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Obviously a rivalry, a big conference matchup. What are the things you're looking for from your team as you prepare for Cuba City Thursday night?
Yeah, probably getting our legs back a little bit tomorrow night. Cuba City is, it's a rivalry game, so you throw out the records.
Right.
Everybody's up for it. The gym will be as full as it was tonight, and what a great atmosphere for high school kids to play in tonight. You get ready for Cuba City, and you prepare all the plays, and it always seems to come down to one shot or one possession. And all you can do is get your team ready and tell them to try to just take it one possession at a time and play their game.
Well, like you said in pregame, no nights off. It is going to be an intense matchup coming up on Thursday night. Southwestern taking on Cuba City again right here on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Coach Clint Nemitz kind enough to join us on our post-game show. Thanks a lot, Coach. Go enjoy this win, and good luck on Thursday night.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Yep, that's Clint Nemitz again, Southwestern head coach, getting the victory tonight over Lancaster 71-62 in a very fun, gritty basketball game between two very promising programs in Southwest Wisconsin here tonight. Recapping the scoring individually, again, the game high scoring individually was Aiden Kelleher with 26 points, 17 points for Everett Dressler. Those are the only two players in double figures for Southwestern tonight. Other contributors include Carson Splinter with 7 points, Austin Furlong with 7, all of those points coming in the second half. 5 points for Bryce Pierce, 3 points for Drew Martin, and 2 for Caden DeMuth. We mentioned how big free throw shooting was late in the game. I had Southwestern down shooting 11 of 14 at the free throw line here tonight. And for Lancaster, in the loss, both Zach Hermson and Taylor Williams, 18 points apiece to lead the team. They were the only two players in double figures tonight. Just missing double figures was Tyler Timmerman with 9 points, all of his points coming from beyond the arc. 6 points on the game for Michael Murphy. 5 points for Dane Kaufman, again, who left the game with an injury in the first half. We'll keep tabs on that injury as Lancaster moves into their next game on Friday night, which we'll have on X1071. Three points for Brady Mack and 2 points for Lucas Weber. Brody Krubel saw action and did not score for Lancaster tonight, and free throw shooting tonight for Lancaster, I had them down as 15 of 19 at the free throw line. So both teams very effective at the free throw line tonight. But again, as we talked with Coach Clint Nemitz, our Tricor Turning Point tonight brought to you by Tricor Insurance. Insurance plans built for you, your family, and your business. Contact Tricor Insurance today. The Turning Point, we were tied at 61 with under 2 minutes to play in the game, and Southwestern goes on a 10-1 run to close out the game and come away with a 71-62 win. Some big three-point shooting by Aiden Kelleher, Austin Furlong. Coach Nemitz mentioned the big three by Drew Martin, who hit a three, had to pick up some minutes as Dressler and Pierce were out of the game with the 4 personal fouls, and some late free throw shooting for Southwestern, able to help the Wildcats pull away from Lancaster, again in the 71-62 victory here tonight. We'll take a timeout. We'll check in on the Shoebox scoreboard on the other side of the break as our Edward Jones Reeves Wealth Management postgame show continues after this on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Postgame 1 minute.
You want to give your baby everything, so start with a safe sleep area. Babies younger than 1 should always be placed to sleep on their backs on a firm and flat surface like a safety-approved crib. And keep blankets, pillows, and other soft or loose items out of the crib when the baby is in it. Learn more about safe sleep for babies at safetoSleep.nichd.nih.gov. Sponsored by the Eunice Kennedy Shriver National Institute of Child Health and Human Development.
It's been said that when someone you love has Parkinson's, you have Parkinson's.
The Parkinson's Foundation knows that the disease doesn't just affect the diagnosed. It affects everyone who supports and helps care for them.
If you have questions, the Parkinson's Foundation has answers.
We can help you understand the disease
and give you tips for living a better life.
Find your answers at parkinson.org or call 1-800-473-4636. The Parkinson's Foundation. Better lives together.
These are the sounds of a dinner. A dinner that almost didn't happen. A dinner now served, thanks to people like you. Due to COVID-19, 17 million more Americans may face hunger. Feeding America is helping our neighbors in need. And if you're able, you can too. Donations are being accepted at feedingamerica.org/coronavirus. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
Over 2.8 million Americans have served in our military since 9/11. Many have returned home with devastating injuries and few resources for them and their families. This is news correspondent Bob Woodruff. I sustained a life-threatening injury while reporting from Iraq in 2006. The military had my back that day, and they have each other's while serving. It's time we had theirs. Please join us as part of the Got Your Six initiative. To learn more, go to gotyoursix.org using the number 6.
Postgame 1 minute.
Wrapping up the Edward Jones Reeves Wealth Management post-game show on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. 71-62, Southwestern defeats Lancaster in non-conference boys basketball. Our Shoebox scoreboard update presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Some final scores from around the area. And a final, again, on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Girls basketball, a big matchup. And Argyle Pecatonica defeats Shullsburg 63-50. Also in girls basketball, Cuba City defeats Southwestern 64-19. And also in girls basketball, Mineral Point defeats Darlington 58-44. Over on 97.7 Country WGLR, River Ridge defeated Shullsburg in boys basketball 87-51. And those are all the updates that we see on the Shoebox scoreboard, again presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. A jam-packed Thursday night of hoops across our Queen Bee Radio family of stations. 3 girls games and a boys basketball game. The headliner, Albany Monticello at Argyle Pecatonica. We'll have that one over on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. A state semifinal rematch in a big rivalry game in the Six Rivers East. Again, that'll be on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. In the Six Rivers West, we'll have girls basketball, River Ridge at Highland on ESPN Radio, AM 1590 WPVL, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Also in the Six Rivers West on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Shullsburg is at Belmont. And the boys game that we'll have right here on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, a rivalry game we were just talking about at Cuba City right here at Southwestern. Again, on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. You can check out the full Queen Bee Radio Sports schedule at AM1590WPVL.com. And that will wrap things up for us here tonight from Southwestern High School. Thanks to Tom Keller and the entire staff here at Southwestern High School for being amazing and gracious hosts as always. Thanks again to both head coaches, Brian Knapp of Lancaster and to Clint Nemitz for the pregame interviews, as well as Coach Nemitz joining us for our postgame interview as well. Thanks to all of our sponsors who help us bring high school sports to you, and thank you for listening and watching along. This has been Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school boys basketball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on Dubuque Super Hits 106 KIYX Sageville, Dubuque. Again, Southwestern, your winner over Lancaster tonight, 71-62. Southwestern improves to 10-2 on the season. They host Cuba City on Thursday night. Lancaster falls to 6-3, and they take on Platteville on Friday night. That'll be on X1071. For the Wolf Construction broadcast booth, I'm Tyler Dictanis. Thanks so much for joining us, and good night from Southwestern High School in Hazel Green.
This has been a Queen Bee Radio High School Sports presentation. Dubuque Super Hits 106 is KIYX Sageville, Dubuque, a Queen Bee radio station. On air at 106.1 and online at superhits106.com.
All the songs I love.